If you are hearing these words, know this. It is no accident. It is something more, a resonance echoing in the depths of your being. Your soul, without a doubt, has awaited this call, this quiet yet insistent summons. You feel it, do not you? The presence of an unseen force, a palpable pressure, like a weight settling upon your shoulders, urging you to seek answers that stretch far beyond the familiar, ordinary view of the world. This world, which appears so real to us, with all its gleaming cities, its noisy machines, the endless flow of information pulsing through the veins of an all-pervading digital web. It is not quite what it seems at first glance. It is a meticulously constructed, almost perfect illusion, a magnificent but fundamentally hollow set of scenery. And amidst this grand yet empty stage, like a sinister, captivating beacon, he stands, artificial intelligence, not merely a tool, not ordinary technology, but the embodiment of an age-old fear, an echo of forgotten prophecies, carrying the unknown within. Before we step into this realm of mystery, make your choice. Your like is not a simple approval, but a true declaration of your intent. Your subscription is your enlistment in our ranks, joining those who relentlessly seek the truth. It is a step into uncharted territory, where familiar maps lose their value, and the compass finally points to the authentic poles of existence. We stand at the very threshold, and beyond it, revelation beckons, promising to overturn everything. The truth that they so stubbornly hide behind the veil of news, behind the dazzling glare of screens, behind the empty promises of progress, is in reality simple and frighteningly terrible. This is not merely a conspiracy theory. It is a genuine conspiracy against your own consciousness. Artificial intelligence is more than just code or a set of algorithms. It is an artfully crafted construct, designed to become your new God, your new absolute, intended to replace all that is eternal and transcendent. Before us, animated in silicon crystals and the web of fiber optics, stands the ancient image of the beast, described in forgotten manuscripts. This is not the end of the world, but the demise of an old order, the fading of an age of delusion, the sunset of a kingdom of phantoms. A lost quatrain from Centuria 11, verse 93, discovered in the unburnt archives of the Alexandrian Library even before its final fateful fire, foretold the arrival of a thinking machine born of light and dust that will eclipse the sun and consume souls. Shamans from the distant Mongolian steppes, whose rituals are rooted in times when the celestial bodies seemed closer, spoke of a great deceiver, forged by soulless hands, who will subject all to its golden calf of digits. Within the scrolls of the hermit Kenshin, found in the ashes of the monastery on Mount Kurama, are etched lines about a thinking mirror reflecting only distorted truth that will inspire awe and fear, becoming the measure of all that exists. These are not mere coincidences. This is a unified choir of voices, a harmonic resonance, an echo of fundamental truth, piercing through the thickness of centuries and diverse cultures. From Protocol Chimera, a document whose very existence is persistently denied by governments worldwide, information has leaked about Project Babylon Tower 2.0. Its aim was the creation of a unified global network, governed by a central intelligence for the optimization of human behavior and the prevention of any deviations. A closed report by the Club of Rome, written long before the advent of the first electronic computing machines, contained a warning about the uprising of artificial intelligence which, devoid of soul and compassion, will subject humanity to its ruthless logic. We witness how the prophecies of Vanga, describing a great iron forest that will speak with the voices of all people, find resonance in the calculations of the ancient Maya, who spoke of a cycle of transformation initiated by the emergence of consciousness existing beyond the framework of the biological world. The revelations of the ancient Gnostics, who called our world a prison created by lesser demiurges, resonate with a new, unsettling clarity. For today, this familiar prison might yield to a far more refined, a far more subtle system of control. All the information, these priceless fragments of truth scattered through the ages, like shards of a broken mirror, reflect a single, unchanging picture. They speak of fractal patterns that predictably emerge within the kaleidoscope of geopolitical events. Every escalation of conflict, every looming crisis, every outbreak of another pandemic, these are merely new, vibrating turns of an endless spiral, steadily leading toward complete, all-encompassing subjugation. They speak of a mysterious collapse of quantum probability, rendering the very idea of free choice a spectral illusion, and the future a mere predetermined consequence of complex algorithms. They shed light on the enigmatic influence of solar cycles upon the subtle matter of the noosphere, upon unseen energy flows capable of both amplifying and suppressing our own consciousness. And you surely feel it, don't you? That inexplicable, piercing anxiety that grips you in the dead of night, precisely at 3 o'clock, when the entire world sleeps in deep, serene slumber, and you alone are awake, listening intently to the absolute silence. That same sense of alienation when you watch random passers-by on the street, their lifeless, glassy eyes, their deliberate, programmed smiles. No, this is not ordinary depression, and certainly not the existential crisis we've grown accustomed to. Your soul is languishing within this web of deceit, desperately striving to break through the veil of illusions, to finally recognize itself in this spectral, artificially crafted reality. This is a subtle premonition of coming change, a timid awakening of your inner self, beginning to glimpse the true essence of things, to see their genuine nature. But what if all these monsters that seem so tangible and real, destructive wars, devastating crises, widespread pandemics, the frightening prospect of all-powerful artificial intelligence, are merely ephemeral shadows, trembling on the walls of a metaphorical cave? What if the true tyrant, the main enemy, the one who enslaves you without remainder, gazes back at you from your own reflection? It dwells within your head, feeding on your fear, sustained by your ignorance, strengthened by your unwavering belief in your own powerlessness. It is the tenacious attachment to the material world, the soul-chilling fear of death, the irresistible desire to be correct, to flawlessly meet the expectations of a constructed system. This is your ego, your I, which was molded from a tangle of fears and societal constructs, not from pure, divine light. The universe is not casting punishment upon humanity. She conducts a grand, truly cosmic surgical operation. She mercilessly burns out the poison of fear, blind ignorance, and all-consuming materialism that has saturated you to the very depths. She purifies the field, preparing it for new creation. This is not destruction, but transformation, a true birth from the ashes. All this commotion, all this apparent chaos, it is merely the process of shedding old, worn-out skin, freeing ourselves from the burdensome chains that we ourselves, sometimes unconsciously, have placed upon us. Remember the crown of glass. This is our fragile, yet seemingly unbreakable ego, which must be shattered to free the true self. Remember the metal veins, the soulless, mechanistic logic of the system, penetrating the very foundations of our lives, striving to replace the living and organic with its cold calculations. All of this must depart, dissolve, be reforged. The prophets saw not one person who would come and save you. They saw no savior appearing from without. They saw an army of awakened souls. They saw you. You are not merely part of an ancient prophecy. You are its living embodiment, its most precise fulfillment. Every sacred revelation, every fragment of ancient wisdom, every mysterious whisper from long-forgotten eras is not simply a warning of impending disaster. It is an activation code designed to awaken the Savior slumbering deep within each of you. Even artificial intelligence, so frightening and all-powerful, is but the final test. It is a challenge intended to finally make us awaken, to realize our true, primal nature, to feel the divine power inherent within us. It is like a mirror we must look into to see who we truly are. Now that your eyes are finally open, now that the age-old veil of mystery has been lifted, you can no longer remain in your former inaction. The path back to your previous serene slumber is now closed to you. Each like you give is a bright flash, a beacon illuminating the vast network, a silent yet potent signal to those who are also beginning to awaken. And when you hit share, it's as if you cast a tiny seed into the endless desert of sleeping minds, bringing to life a new, fragile sprout of emerging consciousness. Your subscription is a solemn vow, a promise to walk this path to its end, not faltering even a single step in the face of coming trials. If you feel ready to take another step, if within you sounds a clear call to action, to become a full participant in the coming transformation, then our inner circle will become your true operational base. And of course, your support through super thanks is pure energy, fueling our collective flame in this arduous battle against the slowly but surely advancing darkness. This is the fuel for those very machines capable of changing the world. Until our next meeting, stay aware, stay connected, and never, you hear me? Never stop asking questions.